Now there is something I definitely wouldn't do, a little wind sailing, so to speak, on the Pacific Ocean there. Ooh, that looks a little scary, but then again, I'm a chicken. A lot of fun in the sun here in California. We're having a great time here at Irwindale Speedway today. We are under, whoa, look at that guy. Oh, man, I definitely wouldn't do that, Buddy Baker.
I would. That looked like fun to me, I'll tell you right now.
Well, you're a daring individual. We're under caution once again. Some problems up in turn 4 and a lot of reshuffling here in the order. We had pit stops and all the guys coming down pit road. Joey Clanton, our leader, was on pit road. Gary St. Amant losing lots of spots, and we're going to go down pit side for a little bit more on what shook down on pit road.
Joey Clanton came in for right side tires, guys, and his crew chief Bonsus told me anytime we pit, we can pit after lap 100, we may be able to go the rest of the way. They liked obviously how the car was handling. They were down and away in 12 seconds. Gary St. Amant unfortunately was stuck between a rock and a hard place as Pat Kelly came in after Gary on the lead lap, and he was pitted directly ahead of him. Gary had a slower stop overall, but also was blocked in slightly by Pat Kelly's car because Gary came in and pitted wide on this interesting pit lane. So Clanton came out first. Gary St. Amant, I believe, came out unofficially about 7th or so. Brian Till?
Well, Jim, Kevin Sawinski came in. He changed right side tires. They went for fuel, obviously, and also raised the track bar, trying to loosen this car up in the middle of the corners. Fredrickson, his teammate, who's doing a great job in 4th today, came in. He took right side tires and fuel. Both got out clean and back on the racetrack.
That was a wild round of pit stops as we go green flag once again. Buddy Baker, man, cars all over the place there. Gary St. Amant lost 8 spots.
Yeah, now we have a lot of lap traffic in there with the leaders as they take off on this restart. This is a very, very dangerous part of the race as far as keeping your sheet metal on your car. You have to be very patient.
Interesting strategy, actually, as we look at Wayne Anderson and Mr. Brown out there.
They're going at it as they go down in the corner there.
Tim Taylor, that 28 car, he is your leader right now. Joey Clanton trying to catch up to him. Tim Taylor did not pit, buddy. Interesting strategy.
Well, we'll get to see the difference in old tires and new, but hey, why not take a chance? You might get a caution again. It play out in your benefit, but right now he's not losing a lot of ground to Joey Clanton. He's still up there in front of him, and this car was almost torn in 2 yesterday. He worked on that car all day long, and he does most of the mechanical work on this car. Just to be out there with a chance to lead is something pretty special.
At home in Indiana, he does all the mechanical work on that number 28 sponsor wanted car. Wrecked here when Greg Williams lost a rear end in practice yesterday. He got the car back together, but right now, man, I don't know if that car is as good as the 83 Campfire USA number 83 there, because Joey Clanton's just closing in.
Let's just tell the truth about it. I don't think anybody's quite as good as the 83 of Joey Clanton, but there's a war going on back there just behind them. Cars running 2, 3 wide through the corner, trying to get back up to the front, and you never know. The car that's great on one stop may not be that good on the next stop.
Well, you mentioned it. Battles back in the pack. Joey Clanton going for the lead on the outside of the 28 of Tim Taylor. And Joey Clanton, man, they worked all week on that car. Bon Suss, the crew chief, worked 30 straight hours on that car.
Look where Joey Clanton's running, right against the outside wall. That has been his momentum all the way. Watch where he passes here, right up against the wall on the outside there. Tim Taylor on the bottom side, though, not losing the spot. But look at Sawinski now in the 1 car, starting to move in.
Sawinski using the groove he used last year, making it possibly 3 abreast coming out of the corner. No, he tucks behind Tim Taylor, but Sawinski's got that bottom groove working very well.
Well, look at Tim Taylor, though. He's fighting back on the inside, but here comes Sawinski.
This is what makes ASA Racing Action the best short track series in America. You see 2 abreast all over the track, sometimes 3 abreast, and Sawinski's got the position on Taylor.
And I think right now Kevin Sawinski may be working just a little bit better than Joey Clanton. His car is really hooked up.
Sawinski taking 2 tires on that stop. Going to the low side of Joey Clanton right now, looking a little bit further back. You see Garvey, you see Fredrickson, all battling nose to tail right now.
Well, Garvey reported his car is not running very well, but in my estimation, he looks like he's as strong as anybody out there right now. The car running quite well.
Let's talk about the number 7 car, the AC Delco car of Gary St. Amant. Lost 8 spots on pit road. If you're a driver right now, how aggravated are you, buddy?
You don't get aggravated. You just try to overcome.
Pat Kelly running very well in that 66 racefan.com car. Pat Kelly going for the Pat Shower Rookie of the Year award here, and he's got a lot of competition both in this race and in that Rookie of the Year challenge. We see battles all over this racetrack, buddy.
Well, Gary St. Amant now, he could lose his cool, but he would lose his race car. What he's doing now is just picking them off one at a time. He knows he has a good car, but you can blow it by losing your cool.
Cafe Mickey, pretty good for Russ Tuttle. Maybe got a little bit of good luck charm there. In fact, the guys running together right there, the 16 and the 7, went to Disneyland this week. Reed Sorensen, the 16-year-old kid, man, he's got a lot of experience around him right now. Is he nervous?
No, I don't think so. He's a pretty cool guy. Most of these guys have a lot of racing experience, not in ASA, but they've been in other divisions, and they know what they're doing.
Why is Garvey's car running good? I mean, he is charging to the front right now. Why?
Well, he's down on the bottom part of the racetrack, and it seems to suit that car. And if he's having a motor problem, I don't see it, because he's keeping up with every car down the straightaway. They come out of the corner side by side. He's able to maintain with them. So if it's running bad, he'd be a killer if everything was right.
And Garvey is one of those all-or-nothing racers. Brian Till, what do you got?
Well, I just talked to his crew chief. You'll remember earlier they said they had a power problem, mysteriously tightened up. Now the power seems to be good again. They say it's just a little tight in the middle of the corner like you were talking about earlier, buddy. But as I'm watching him go around the racetrack now, it looks like maybe the power problem's back. It could be one of those electrical gremlins underneath the hood. You never know.
That's got to make you wonder.
Yeah, and it keeps appearing, but so does the number 7 of Gary St. Amant there on the bottom. He's coming towards the front again. He's right up beside Sorensen now, right behind Mike Garvey, and that's what I was talking about. A pro does not lose his cool. He just keeps picking them off.
Gary St. Amant trying to come back through this field, had a good car running in the top 3 all race. And here we go, 3 abreast coming off the corner. Tim Taylor, Mike Garvey, Gary St. Amant, Reed Sorensen, and Russ Tuttle all there neck and neck.
You know one thing? I have never covered a bad race on it that the ASA puts on. It's always the best short track racing you can see anywhere. And the fans around the country feel the same way. We go up in the Midwest, you cannot get a seat for a good ASA show.
That's true. I mean, it's awesome racetracks wherever we would go, but this one right here, state-of-the-art facility. And you know what? Sometimes state-of-the-art facilities don't necessarily put on good racetracks, but this one right here certainly does. As you see battles all over the track, Gary St. Amant trying to work his way through the field. He's got that low line working right now.
I see a problem for the other people. He's able to really maintain his speed through the center part of the corner, even though he is down on the bottom part of the racetrack. Only 3 degrees of banking, where he's running higher up there is 12 degrees of banking, and that really keeps momentum up. But he's able to really rocket up off these corners even though he's low.
And Tim Taylor is still hanging in there in that spot right now with Gary St. Amant, despite a little bit worn tires. Joey Clanton, though, way out front. Not as far out in front of Kevin Sawinski as he had in the past before the pit stops.
Absolutely, 2 different styles of Joey Clanton using every bit of that 12-degree banking up on the high side. Sawinski running down low, getting into the corner, where the 83, you can see he's right up there on the top.
Well, the 83 of Joey Clanton has a stalker right now. His name is Kevin Sawinski. He wants the win just as bad as Joey Clanton. Sawinski running in second right now in that great Clips car. Can he pass Joey Clanton? That is the question. You see the top 10. Tim Taylor, a great run in the top 5 right now.